We are golden. Absolutely golden. What is going on? Hello, hello. Here we are. Yes, yes, yes. Bada bing, bada boom. Ba 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 ba. Bam. Hope everybody is doing well. I think I changed it already. Yo, Taryn, what's up, buddy? Rays, what's up? What's up? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Appreciate you. Yo, Lolita, what up? What up? Again, hope you're doing well. It's going pretty well. Oh, fuck, that's not right. It's going pretty well. Got home from work. Ate some dinner with my wife. We're good, we're good. I hope you guys are having a good day. Bop, 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 bop. Topuria Gaethje, do you think it'll be a retirement match? Yes. Let me turn this thing on. Boom. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think, what's his fucking face? I think he's in a lot of trouble. Justin Gaethje, I think he's in some serious trouble. Some serious trouble. Predicted this. I said it was going to be Gaethje Topuria. Next, thought it would be at 323 at the T-Mobile Arena, but it looks like MSG November. Fucking sucks, man. I'm not a big Gaethje fan. I just haven't been. I don't think he's looked great for a long time. Hold on, let me stop this. We are live. Bada bing, bada boom. Serious trouble. Yep, Gaethje getting beat down. Yes, he is. It's going to be sad when Justin retires. Again, like I said, I'm not a huge Gaethje fan. I was him coming into the UFC, but I'm just not. I'm just not anymore, and I haven't been for a while, to be honest. There we go. Patty Arman winner versus Topuria? Yeah, 100% yes. 100% yes. Again, all finishes for the Contender Series from explains U.S. decline in MMA. I don't think that's true. I do not think that's true. Who headlines the White House card? Probably Topuria Islam. I love how people are writing off Gaethje in for that. I'll be picking him to get an upset. I think you're going to be very upset. Gaethje doesn't stand a chance to win that fight. Yes, he has power, but the problem is Topuria can take a shot. Gaethje gets hurt in a lot of his fights. You can't only get hit by so many times by Topuria. Patty Arman, I like Patty. Gaethje still got a chance. Don't count that fucking monster out. Yes, it'll probably be Ilya 100%, but Gaethje's still a monster. I seen his whole run in the UFC and that head kick KO on Poirier. Imagine on Ilya. Well, I think Ilya takes that head kick better. He was losing that fight. He didn't look good before that, and I thought Poirier just was super tense, and Gaethje found a head kick. Very nice head kick for sure, but I don't think he finishes Topuria. Best wrestler in lightweight right now, Grant Dawson. Wait, yeah, 55. Yeah, Grant Dawson. Now, I want be upset, be the man win. Do what? May the best man win. Okay. I don't see it a way Gaethje wins. For how he fights and how many shots he gets hit with, I don't see it. let's be honest here, Topuria is going to become fucking the greatest pound for pound in history. He has a long ways to go for that. Warlord, sup. You can win titles all you want. If you don't defend them, cool, you're a champion, but you didn't do anything else. Grant Dawson, best wrestler in 55? I think so. His wrestling's incredible. Incredible. I don't think he's the best jiu-jitsu guy, but wrestler, yes. I see Gaethje getting TKO'd by Ilya. Yeah. Yeah. Your top pound for pound all time? Jones is probably one. Yep. Jones, GSP, Mighty Mouse. Only Islamic fighters are fighters. Other are fake. Okay. That doesn't even make sense. But make sure you guys are slapping that like button, subscribing to the channel. We're live every night, including Saturdays. I'm live for the whole card. Appreciate you guys' support. You just keep on saying free, because there's nothing to free with that piece of shit. Would you not qualify Islam as 55 anymore? He's not 55. He went up a weight class. I would assume he's never going back to 55 again. Even if he loses, he is at 70. Khabib, Islam, and Hamza are top fighters. Okay. Yes. He can stay on forever. Like, I don't think he should go to prison for the rest of his life, but he needs to be in trouble for a while. What will you say if Gaethje beats Topuria? Would you give him his props, or would you call it a fluke? Well, I don't think it'd be a fluke. If he found the shot on the chin, because he would knock him out if that's how he's going to win. But if he was able to do that, I mean, that's incredible. Good job for Gaethje. Of course I'll give him his prop. John, what's up? He has been retired for like ever. Yeah. Raja is getting what he deserves, in my opinion. Yeah. 100%. Dawson over Charles Oliveira in wrestling. Charles isn't a wrestler. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's not shooting like double legs and single legs. Charles is a great jiu-jitsu fighter. Grappler, sorry. Not a wrestler. Like, Michael Chandler's a good wrestler, but he doesn't use it. Grant Dawson uses his wrestling every single fight. He would out-wrestle Dawson. He might be able to out-grapple Dawson, like with submission and stuff, but I think Dawson would do very well with his grappling. But jiu-jitsu-wise, Charles is better. Submission-wise, Charles is better. I'm just talking who's Raja and what did he do? You don't even know what he did? Jesus. Well, different weight class, Rays. Didn't Bobby Green KO him with a punch? Obviously. With a punch. Congratulations. He found the one loss he's had in the UFC. Raja don't play. Is Mob the best pound for pound wrestler? No. What's your BJJ belt color, my man? 0. I think Raja would have... What are you talking about? Any UFC fighter too? Justin said he saved UFC 300, fought Viziv, saved the card, so UFC is going towards Justin. Justin did not save UFC 300. That would be Pereira. Pretty sure Pereira thought on 300. Yeah, he knocked out Jamal Hill. Justin Gaethje didn't save that shit. That's crazy. Topuria sleeps Justin. Yeah. I don't think people understand the difference between wrestling and BJJ. Big damn difference. Thank you, Taryn. Thank you. Miss 2019, Tony Ferguson forever. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you look at Tony's record, like the Edson Barboza fight. Oh, fuck, it's broken. Tony Ferguson, 25-11. That just hurts my soul. Okay, so yeah, you look at his thing. Jesus, holy crap. You go back 2013. 2013 all the way till 2020. I guess 2019. So 6 years. 12 wins in a row in 6 years. Justin Gaethje could beat Topuria. Get the fuck out of here. No, he can't. Justin losing another title shot? Correct. Is Marab the best pound for pound wrestler? No. Okay. Not at all, but okay. Justin can't even beat Oliveira. I mean, you can't do MMA math, but the problem is Gaethje gets hit way too much, and he has one style only. He's not going to change it. He's going to go in there. He's going to try to brawl with Topuria, even if it's a little bit more technical. Still is going to do that. Edson Barboza, yep, Tony Darst, Edson Barboza. Yeah, that was beginning. Yeah, that was 2015. Darst is him. Beats Lando Venata in the back and forth. I mean, that was supposed to be Michael Johnson, Khabib, Michael Chiesa, and then Lando Venata, and then RDA, and then Kevin Lee, and then Pettis, and then Cowboy on short notice. Unbelievable. Khabib says Arman will dominate Ilya Topuria. What's your opinion, brother? I think Ilya would flatline Arman. Tony Ferguson, a coward. He refused to fight Khabib. What are you talking about? There has never been refusal. You're trolling. What did you think about Chimaev becoming champ? Do you have any quarrel with that style of fighting? I like the style of fighting. I thought he did very well. I liked the fight. I thought the fight was exciting. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I picked Drysis to win. I thought Drysis would be able to make Hamzat work. He didn't. Easy enough. I want the best to fight the best, but sometimes about Arman, I just can't stand him. Yeah, 100%. Guys like Chandler Covington are wrestlers, except one actually uses his wrestling skills, the other chooses to stand and bang. You know why that is? Because he doesn't have the cardio to wrestle for 3 rounds. That's why. Covington does. Do you think Alex can beat Ankalaev? 100%. Yes, I do. Again, please slap that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yes, I think Alex with more output beats Ankalaev. What do you think about people talking about Aspinall's wrestling? The last time he took someone down was Volkov over 3 years ago. John, I 100% agree. We have no idea. Also, submitting Volkov means nothing. This is the best Volkov we've seen right now, current time. And I still don't think his ground game is great. We will find out against Almeida. We will find out. Because Almeida is a better grappler 1,000,000,000 times % than Tom Aspinall. Tom is faster on the feet. He might have better entries. Almeida is still the better grappler. And that's my biggest thing. If Tom's not good on the ground, which we have no idea, that's the reality, we'll find out. You can do MMA math. That's why we are ranking and betting lines. You can't pick a guy and be like, no, they're betting on this fight. They're betting on, like, current fights. That's why sometimes they're wrong. Like, you can't listen to fucking lines all the time. If Khabib says Arman will win, so he will, because he's okay. Gaethje would be a freaking idiot if he tries to brawl with Topuria. Yeah, exactly. But how else is Gaethje going to fight? Is he going to change his style already? No way. No way. Can you please have Bahamondes Oliveira? I like that fight, but Oliveira has to get past Vizzy first. Justin Gaethje at least have fun style to watch. I'm tired of watching styles like Chimaev. I mean, if you don't understand grappling, I guess you don't understand that style. The Gaethje has an exciting style, but he won't be champion. Greco-Roman versus boxing, what works better usually? Well, Greco-Roman's a little weird. We haven't seen a ton of success with Greco-Roman. Of course, there's the exceptions. But versus boxing, it depends on the guy's takedown defense. I would probably say boxing more than Greco-Roman. Greco-Roman's not... I would say that's the lesser wrestling styles from what I'm thinking. Agreed. Anyone who didn't like that Chimaev fight should go watch boxing, correct? Even Gaethje's a wrestler, but like Chandler, he also loves to strike. Correct. Correct. And Gaethje doesn't wrestle. And then you watch the Khabib fight, and again, I understand it's Khabib, but look how easy he took him down. I'm not saying you defend every single takedown, but there was zero hesitancy. There wasn't a Gaethje even attempting to stuff takedowns. Agree, but I kind of agree with that. Nate said how Chimaev held Draicus is a sign of scared fight. That doesn't even make sense. How is he scared when he's the one? His game plan was to go in there, take him down, hold him down. If he makes a mistake, I submit him. It's on Draicus to make that fight exciting. It's on Draicus to create scrambles. It's on Dricus to try to get out of it. He couldn't get out of it. Chimaev did a better job of control. Best fighter to never win a belt? I mean, probably Uriah. Uriah, Poirier, Cowboy. I mean, Poirier won an interim, so probably Uriah, Cowboy. I mean, exactly. People say that Aspinall will beat Gane because Aspinall finished Volkov and Gane didn't. That's not good logic. Correct. Also, Gane did not beat Volkov. Just because people like to look at paper records, and you don't even watch the fights. Yeah, Royval O'Malley. Oh. Zhang Val, that's fun. Dern Verna. It's not confirmed yet, but that'd be fun. Because Aspinall submitted Volkov and Volkov grapples isn't like you said, but Gane beat Volkov on the feet, which is where Volkov is better, so Gane wins is more impressive. Whew. And Gane didn't even win that fight. It was a terrible robbery. Wasn't even close. American wrestling isn't all it's cracked up to be. Okay. I want to watch MMA, not wrestling or boxing. It's MMA. Mixed martial arts. You want striking, go watch kickboxing or boxing. Go watch Muay Thai if you want kicks, punches, all these things. After looking, okay, Poirier hands down interim doesn't count. How does an interim count? He won a belt. That was a title. What? That's like saying Gaethje doesn't count. He technically won a belt. He won a belt. Like Faber never did. Cowboy never did. I mean, that's what it is. Bitsy, what's up, buddy? What do you think about Silva versus Diego Lopez? I think Diego Lopez is a little bit more well-rounded that we know of right now. We don't know a ton about Silva, but the shots that Diego was taking against Volkov, and he does take shots, especially later in the rounds, I don't think you can get hit that many times against Silva. You don't want Ilya versus Arman? I mean, I want it more than Gaethje. But I think Ilya sleeps Arman. Islam couldn't hold down 100-year-old Dustin Jack by KO. Dustin has good get-ups and good... Dustin has good get-ups. And also, did you see what he did to him? He outstruck him and submitted him. Royval going to 35? Really? Yeah, I was talking about the first Gane Volkov fight. Second fight was 100% a robbery. Oh, yeah. Sorry, John. I forgot. Ask Dustin if he was champ. Okay. Okay. I don't care what Dustin says. He was interim champion. I mean, that's the reality. Same if Tom retires. He wasn't an interim champion. He wasn't champion of the world. There's a distinction, but he still was a champion. Do you think Hamza would be any of the former champs like Izzy, Silva, Rockhold, Bisping, GSP? I think he beats everybody but GSP. Nothing mixed about it. It was as mixed as a kickboxing or boxing fight. No mixing happening there, okay? Interim Tom Aspinall. He's champion now, but okay. I thought Faber was featherweight champion WC. You were correct. You're correct. You are right, yes. You think Ilya percentage Justin win rate? I think Ilya is like 90-10. I don't see a way Justin wins. Von ruined Royval knee. Yes, he did. I believe Arman has a better chance of beating Topuria than Gaethje does. 100%. Ferguson was real champion. Yep. Yeah, I'm not doing that, Golden. That's just weird. Again, if you guys can, slap that like button. I appreciate you. Helps the channel. Or dislike. It still helps. Tom, that British pussy. O'Malley song. That's fun. Topuria sleeps both Justin and Arman the same night. My point is, UFC abuses interim belts. Nobody respects them. Brandon, I agree. You won't get a disagreement from me. I 100% agree with you. Should Murad move up for double champ? No. I think Pantoja should go up to fight him. For sure. Yeah, you are correct, Brandon. 100% correct with that. The respect thing is yeah. Yeah, the heavyweight division's so fucking weird right now. That's just weird. Just weird. Because, like, there's nobody really that good. There's a guy right now that's obviously better than a lot of those guys, but, I mean, there isn't a lot of good fighters in the heavyweight division. BJJ or boxing, again, it depends on the takedown defense. If he's straight boxer, then BJJ. Even though Gaethje has never won undisputed gold in the UFC, I believe he was champion in the last promotion before coming to the UFC, so he actually was a champion, just not in the UFC. I agree, Taryn. Yes, he was. You're right. I wasn't talking about if he ever was a champion. I'm just talking about in the UFC, he has not been a champion. Wait, Gaethje, I believe, is also an interim champ. I think that's correct. Also, Gaethje was an interim champion. Are you excited for Paris card? 100%, and I will be live for it. Yes, yes, yes. I guess I should have been more clear on that, Taryn. My bad. My bad. Oh, shoot, did I not? Ba, 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 ba. Right there. Manual, I don't want that. We're good here. Boom. Let's see. Yeah, Gaethje was an interim champion after beating Ferguson at 249. Yeah. I did forget about that. I did forget about that. Let's see. Oh. Boom. Boom. Borrello head is like a canoe. Yeah, Gaethje was interim champion. Yep. The forgotten fight. Yeah. He threw the belt down, said it wasn't a real belt. Sure, but still is classified as an interim champion. The Gaethje fight could be October 2020 to unify the belts. Yes. Who do you have? Azamar versus Aleskar or Azamat? Cop, what's going on, buddy? Let me look at this. Azamat. Mirza Karnov. Oh, I like Azamat. I think Rakic is absolute dog water. He hasn't won a fight in 4 years. I think he's absolutely not good, which probably means he wins against Azamat. How's it going? Pretty good. What state do you in? Indiana. See you related MMA guru. Not even close. What is going on? Not too much. How about you? How do you think Charles Johnson would do against KKF or Manel Cop? I think Cop absolutely sleeps him, but I think he could work KKF. Oh, sorry, Betsy. My bad, buddy. Oh, is there anyone that might be a sleeper in heavyweight at all? I don't see anyone beating Tom, and I'm not a Tom fan. I think really the Gan and Almeida are interesting. They really are, because we don't know how Tom does with fighters that move around, that have good movement. We have no idea. We're used to just him being able to walk guys down and do all those things. We have no idea what type of Gan is going to show up. Also, we have no idea about Tom Aspinall's grappling defense. Jailton Almeida will at least attempt that. The problem is Almeida, we don't really know how good his strike defense is. We don't really know. He was also finished against Curtis Blades on the ground, even though he took him down like 8 times or whatever. So there's a little concern with how good his chin is against Tom. And again, I'm not a Tom fan. I just don't know enough. But again, the heavyweight division is bad. Bad. Beating these guys don't mean a lot. It's just the only contenders there is. I like the cut. What? What about Gabriel Bonfim and Randy Brown? I like Randy Brown a lot. I mean, Gaethje could try to fight Topuria the same way he did against Ferguson, but Topuria is way more smarter than Tony, so they won't work. Damn, Gaethje is truly fucked in the Topuria fight. Yeah, because there's only one man in this earth that could take that much damage, and that's Tony Ferguson. And also, Tony almost finished him at the end of the second round, I think it was. We talked about this. Wild. Time is it? It's 11:45. Colostrum, what's up, buddy? Manuel Souza versus who next? What division? Fuck. Let me see. Manuel Souza. 13-1. Even though he was getting beat up by Perez, let's be real, but I do like him. 11 wins by finish. Let's see. Division is 55. Ooh. 55. I think you could do... I fucking wish I could look at the rankings. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Lightweight. Oh, 55. I obviously know it's lightweight. My fucking brain's not working. Oh, he's retired. What the fuck? Okay. You probably are going to give him a striker, his first matchup. I'm going to say... Oh, man. Ooh, I mean, you could do Jakar Close. It depends what he's going to want. David Anama could be fun. Drew Dober could be fun, but he already has a matchup. Beast Boy. Some of these guys are already taken for fights. So someone who's ready right now, you could do Jai Herbert. I don't mind that fight. Barboza, Nicholas Mota. Ooh, Nicholas Mota would be sick. Sorry about that. Armin next for Topuria. It has otherwise the whole sport is a work. Well, it's going to be Gaethje, unfortunately. Almeida can't stand up with Tom. Correct. But he's going to have to stand up to get close to him to get takedowns, you know. Gaethje going to be like a wild boar versus a African honey badger who's scheduled to fight Topuria. It seems like it's going to be Gaethje. Yeah, Taryn. Matt Frivola, that's a decent one. And he might try to wrestle Souza, which I think is a problem. They can't do Gaethje before Armin. Oh, they're gonna. Kevin Holland, Mike Milan. Mike got this. I like Kevin Holland. I thought Onama was featherweight. Well, they have him in... they have him in 55. Where the fuck is this at? Where is he? Onama. Yeah, they have him 37th. Oh, I guess he weighed in a 46 featherweight against Giga, right? Yeah, featherweight against Giga. Lightweight against Roberto Romero. Oh, 45. Okay, so you're right. He typically fights at 45, so I guess that one's not great. But he's here in the lightweight thing, so my bad. Topuria the little puss taking every easy fight. That's ridiculous. At least I get to see Clive KO Alex as a consolation. Okay. I think Alex is going to sleep in Kalaya, but okay. Yeah, Matt Frivola would be... Oof. Coming off a KO worries me a little bit with that fight. Again, it's all dependent on who does he want to fight. Like, type of opponent does he want to fight. I think Jakar Close you could do, but he's not going to be ready because he just fought. Ooh, Manuel Torres, that could be sick. Nazim Sadikov, that could be fun, but he's not going to fight when he wants to fight. Trying to see somebody that hasn't fought in a while. Maybe even this year. Gerald Alvarez, you can't do a top 16 guy. Fuck. Duck Dynasty, what's up? What do you do for work, man? You look like a trucker. I'm not a trucker at all. I work at a aerospace company. Armin had his shot back in January. Him being an unprofessional guy is why he couldn't make weight, so he pulled out last minute, so he doesn't deserve to fight Topuria. He needs to get a win, then we can talk. I agree. Who's better, Prime Topuria or Khabib? I mean, Khabib's done more than Topuria in his division. And also we're going to see more of Topuria than we're going to see of Khabib. So, probably Topuria. I think it's Khabib right now, but Topuria soon. Soon. God, I wanted to see him fight Mavzar. I've been talking about that fight for a long time. Topuria takes easy fights. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Easy fights. Okay. Did you see the Alex doing the Brazil and Elonian tribal ritual thing? Yeah. Yeah. I'm just ready. I'm ready. Also, let's look. Let's look at this card. Ooh, PFL resigns heavyweight Vadim Nemkov. He was supposed to come over to the UFC. I was really hoping he was going to. Really hoping. Oh, George Hardwick is also fighting Saturday. No broadcast. Where the fuck is it going to be broadcasted then? Okay. Oh, Khalid Taha is fighting this weekend. Saturday as well. He was good for a minute and then just really fucking bad. David Dvorak is also fighting. He was good there for a minute as well. Wow. Cage, Octagon 75 has quite a bit of UFC fighters on there. I guess only two, but... Or three. Yeah, three. Khalid Taha's in the main event. That's crazy. Oh, he's won 2 fights in a row. Okay. That was out of nowhere. Oh, he fought in March and then he fought in April. He fought 11 days later. Holy shit. That's crazy. Oh, he's fighting Max Holzer, who's 11-0. Whew. The MMA community says dumb things. Some idiot literally said John Jones has a garage resume. Like what? What the fuck are they talking about? Maurizio Barboza versus Nathaniel Wood. I love that fight. If I remember correctly, I think Barboza was once scheduled to fight Ilya. Barboza must be thinking, God, that didn't happen. Yeah. Alex gonna sleep this time and retire. The Big Ink moves up to light heavyweight and fights Tom or heavyweight to win by decision. Tom Aspinall would flatline Ankalaev so bad. So bad. I knew what you meant. Garbage. I knew what you meant. Here's a side thought. If Rampage didn't get robbed when he fought Forrest, he would have lost the steam and carried on to win everyone. Taj, what's up, buddy? Forrest Griffin clearly beat Rampage. That is not a robbery. That is a clear 3-2 performance for Forrest Griffin. I mean, there is nothing even close about that matchup. No. Autocorrect is so annoying. It causes you to say the wrong words by mistake. Yeah, I agree. Oh, I agree. Again, make sure you guys are slapping that like button. If you want your message read 100%, super chats are always appreciated. Helps the channel. Subscribe. Any of that stuff really helps, but appreciate you. Jones haters say the dumbest things. Yep, I once saw a guy in another live stream chat say that Jones purposely got in a car accident so he could duck fighting Rumble. Oh my God. Look. I love Rumble. I think all MMA actual fans love Rumble. He's incredible. He was a great person. The matter of the fact is John Jones would get a hold of Rumble and then he's going night-night. He's going night-night. That is the reality. And again, I love Rumble. Love Rumble. R.I.P. Glad you know that fight, buddy. You may be right, but I think okay. He didn't, but okay. How can anyone in the right state of mind say Jones' resume is garbage? Yeah. You know what it is? Recency bias. Oh, he's only fought twice in 4 years. Look what he's done. Look what he's done. Who do you have? The Diego Lopez, Gene Silva, Yusuf Zalal, and Josh Emmett. I like Zalal, but I'm curious to see what his plan is to deal with that power of Emmett. But I do like Zalal, and I think Diego Lopez is a little bit more well-rounded than Gene Silva. But I do think Gene Silva can finish Diego because Diego does get hit. Protez Edwards is official? No, but I think Protez sleeps Edwards in any fucking world possible. How did Rumble pass? I believe liver disease. I believe it was liver disease. Rumble Johnson. Let's see. I believe it was. Da. What the fuck is this at? Right here. Oh, he had a form of cancer known as non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And here, oh gosh, hemophagocytic an autoimmune disease. He died of organ failure almost 3 years ago. Fuck. Jones would have destroyed Rumble with ease, just like he would kick Tom Aspinall's ass too. Let's go, buddy. Also, why would a world-class athlete put themselves into a situation where they could have died or at least gotten injured? Correct. If we get Justin Ilya, we're getting Patty Arman, and I need to see that fight. Patty Arman, I like. I hate Justin Ilya. Hate it. Patricio Pitbull versus Chieta. I don't trust Pitbull, so Chieta. But also, I don't know how Chieta's going to fight in his debut. That fight's weird. Inside the distance for that fight. I am not at all. What are you talking about, Whore Lord? Jesus Christ. Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes plays out. I like Nunes. Unless Kayla can get her down, I like Nunes in striking to win that. What about Patricio Pitbull versus Arnold Allen? Allen's chin is very weird, but I do like his output. The problem is, I think he makes a lot of mistakes. God, that betting-wise, I would bet the over on that. Carlos Prates is in talks for UFC 322 in November. I believe they said they were not going to do Brazil, or they don't want him to go there, because that was the talk after this last one with MVP, and I believe they said they don't want that. They want him to fight Edwards. You think Canelo Crawford, Becca, what's up? Roses is out of the Rob Font fight. He is. Prates Vicente Luque. Prates sleeps Luque. I don't know. I like Bud to win that fight, but it's going to be close. Does Prates beat Burns? Yes. What's your Mount Rushmore? Jones, GSP, Mighty Mouse. Who do you think is winning, Moreno or Tatsuru? Tatsuru. That fight is not confirmed. Van is going to give Pantoja problems, just watch. In the striking, sure, but that grappling of Pantoja is going to beat Van. He may not submit him, but I think he wins because of his grappling. Joshua Van, Lolita. Joshua Van. I think you could give him problems on the feet, but good fucking luck with that grappling. Has 4 presidents. Those are my top 3, 100%. So it's either Anderson or Hoyce. Let's talk about female UFC fighters. No. Dern versus Vina. I don't think that's also confirmed, but if it does happen, I like Dern. Didn't they fight already? And Verna won? Oh my gosh. Mackenzie Dern. She's 32. That is wild. No, she did not fight her. Oh, she did. Dern beat her. Okay, so okay. Yeah, she grappled her for all 3 rounds. Yep. Yeah, I like Dern in that. Who do you think is winning, Vittoria or Bruno? Bruno. Mount Rushmore is GSP, BJ Penn, John Jones, Dominic Cruz. That's a great Mount Rushmore. I'm curious where you have Mighty Mouse, because I think he's the best showing of MMA of all time. But the margin for error for Mighty Mouse is a lot smaller than somebody like John. That's why John's above him for me. Could be top of the card for White House. What? No, Nora. Can Islam move back? No. Carlos Prate's rumored fight for UFC is Daniel Rodriguez. That fight would, oh God, I thought it was Edwards, but unfortunately it's not Edwards, and Gary is supposed to be next from what I saw and what I'm hearing. Oh, I hate that fight. I like Rodriguez. I just don't see a way for Rodriguez to win with somebody like Prates, who's very good at keeping the distance, but still throwing, again, with his reach. Ferna is Raul, and this guy's 2015 Mount Rushmore. 2015? What? What? Cruz beat Mighty, that's why I have him on there. I mean, he beat him in a completely different weight class, and then Mighty Mouse went down and became Mighty Mouse. I mean, it was in a weight class that Mighty Mouse shouldn't even been in. So, yeah. Will Islam and Ilya ever happen? Yes. But I think Ilya goes up. I don't think Islam goes down. That would be ridiculous for Islam to do against a guy like Ilya. When Khabib was upcoming, especially after the Conor fight, he bought... What? Okay. Who do you have, Topuria, Muhammad? That doesn't make sense. That makes no sense. No. That's ridiculous. Do I think they're ridiculous sometimes? Sure, but that's ridiculous. I don't think anybody is. I'm going to tell you, guy at 170 who I believe can fuck up Carlos. You might disagree, and that's cool, but I believe Michael Morales beats his ass just like Carlos Morales has 2 power. I don't necessarily agree. The one worry, and I've talked about this quite a bit about Michael Morales, I worry about Morales' wildness. And sometimes it's just straight sloppiness. Prates is a sniper. Morales is, because he's young and he hasn't really been tested, he swings wildly sometimes. And at some point, that's going to get himself in trouble. Who do you have for Big Ang versus Hamzat? Hamzat, not even close. Like they think they made this sport by simply, what? What? Slump, that would never happen. I think after Islam beats JDM, he'll fight Topuria. Well, Topuria will come up. He's never going to 55. Apparently, for an Apex main event, they're doing Alonzo versus Volkan. Who do you think is winning? No, they're not. Is that true? I don't know. Alonzo has not looked good, and he did not beat Omar Sy at all. Is that true? Are they actually doing that? No way. No way. I forgot he lost last year. I forgot he lost. That's craziness. They don't even have him scheduled. He's 2-2 in his last 4. And come on. India tried really hard to break into the MMA. Yeah, they have not been great. Can't they make a fight at 160? Is it a super fight? No, absolutely not. Who is a guy at 170 that matched Carlos power for power? I mean, power for power at 170. Mm, um, let's see. Bop, 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 bop. 170 is welterweight. Power for power. Shit, you can't say Jeff Neal because he just got absolutely slept. Michael Morales. Yes. Muslim Salikov has stupid power, but obviously not that. I'd probably nobody. Yeah, probably no one. I think Michael Morales may have power like him. I don't think he has one punch or slept power. I don't think so. Because like all of his finishes in the UFC have been ground and pound, finishing like follow up shots, and not Jeff Neal. Carlos Prates has legitimately like slept the Leech, slept Jeff Neal, slept Neil Magny, slept Trevin Giles, slept Mitch Ramirez. I guess TKO'd Mitch Ramirez. I guess kind of slept Charles Radke with the knee to the body. So, I don't know. I'm Evolved defeats Borello. I don't think so, but fair. Usman has pretty good power. Not really. I don't think so. I mean, he finished Hani Barcelos, but that's it. Who do you think's winning, Montel or Figgy? Montel. Usman is talking about fighting Ilya in 2027. I just don't believe that. I think he's talking about the guy from Bellator that's fighting Paul Hughes soon. I think that's what he's talking about. But I don't think so. 100%, I do not think so. He KO'd Masvidal as well. Usman. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. You're correct, Taj. I thought you said you said somebody else. My bad. You look like Guru. I'm better than Guru. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about Usman. I don't think Usman has more power. I think he's a decent striker, but I don't think he has more power. I just thought he caught Masvidal sleeping and then put him to sleep. So, yeah. Appreciate your spark. If you can, slap that like button. Helps the channel so much. So much. Does Buckley have a shot versus Prates? No. GSP, Demetrius Johnson, DJ Francis, Amanda Nunes for Korea Mount Rushmore. Why the fuck is Francis up there? He is not even close to Nunes, Mighty Mouse, or GSP. Why the fuck is Francis up there? He's good, but come on. Shamil rebooked with Spivak for who do you think is winning? Shamil. Yes. Shamil. Were you surprised that Easy Prates defeated Jeff? No. Shamil versus Derek is the match to make. That's interesting. I wouldn't be mad at that. Is Topuria ducking Armin? There's nothing to duck. Why? Vinicius Oliveira versus Rob Font. I'm not a fan of Rob, but at some point it's going to catch up to Oliveira, to fighting the way he does. I like Oliveira a lot. He's one of my prospects to watch. I don't know if you can say he's a prospect now, but that is what I think. At some point his style is going to catch up to him. I don't know if it's against Rob Font. I want to put someone in heavyweight. I was thinking Stipe or Francis, but after he came back to fight Jones, I don't consider him a career GOAT. That's craziness, but okay. Money, you just gonna keep on saying it, huh? Is Bilal next for Usman or Shavkat? Usman. There's no way Bilal's fighting Shavkat. The only guy who matches Carlos power for power happens to be a middleweight, and that guy is Salty Joe Pyfer. Yuck. Yuck. You're probably correct, but I think Prates would sleep Joe Pyfer so fast. You like Ankalaev? I don't have an issue with him. I don't think he wins this next fight, but I don't have an issue with him. Ilya's crazy striker, but you mention one opponent which have crazy wrestling? Well, Bryce Mitchell is a grappler, and he out wrestled and out grappled him and submitted him. Yusuf Zalal is a pretty good wrestler as well. Armin is good at scrambling. That's what Armin is good at, creating different positions. Inc. Alex 2, Alex. Steve Garcia versus David. Who do you think is winning? David. Oh, David Onama, Garcia. Kyle was overlooked. I agree. Armin didn't get slept. I didn't say Armin gets slept. I didn't say Armin gets slept. Didn't get slept. Yeah, I didn't say that. You got Alex, even after the last fight. How can you pick Alex? Because of more output from Alex, he wins. He stuffed 12 takedowns. He got hurt one time at the end of the round, and nothing else much really happened. Alex, who has more output and fights more, he wins. Umar Nurmagomedov, Usman Nurmagomedov, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Is this a super common last name? And yeah, it seems like it. Oh, someone in your chat said it? Oh, okay. Speaking of Joe Pyfer, I would love to see him fight the young African kid at middleweight. The one, Ateba Gutierrez. Ateba Gutierrez. Yeah. Aljo versus Volk or Imavov versus Volk, which will happen? I mean, Imavov versus Volk doesn't even make sense. But why are we talking about that? I was probably going to let his hands go. Yeah, if he lets his hands go, he wins. Do you still have the same... Oh, dude, I love, I mean, I don't know if you're a dude, but money, I love it more than I did when I was growing up, and I loved it then. For one, I think it helps for one that I can talk to you guys, I can stream, I can do all these things, because if I didn't have my YouTube channel, I wasn't trying to build something, one day, I hope this can be my job. If I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be watching, because I do have kids, I have a wife, this takes time. I'm okay with putting time into something if I can build it so I can be home more with them. And I don't have to work 7 days a week. That's great to me. It makes me love the sport more, for one, because I'm analyzing fights, I'm breaking them down, and I'm talking to you guys. It's great for me. Great to me. Dariush versus Grant Dawson. Who do you think would win? Dariush, but that's an incredible fight. More like Islam-dominated Armin. That was... short notice, I believe, but fun fight. Did you have Alex in the first fight? Yes. Marco Tulio versus Nursultan. I love that fight. I think Nursultan would win it. Now, I'm evolved. It's Evolov. Volk versus Evolov. Evolov's not fighting for a title. Mauricio Ruffy's the worst fighting nerd. I would say Bruno Brazil is the worst fighting nerd. What's up, Super Clan? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Try kick. Okay. You need to be more ferocious if you want to make it in this game. I think you've got everything else. Ferocious? I don't even know what you mean. But actually looking at the fight between Joe Pyfer and the African kid, that fight be like Francis Derrick Lewis. Both guys afraid of the guy's power and the fear of getting knocked out. See, I don't think so. I think Ateba is so new. I don't really think I think he might be more measured. But I think he would go in there and try to land on Joe Pyfer. Did you see the pick of Gutierrez next to Roundtree? He literally dwarfs him. He could probably move to heavyweight with his proper nutrition and time. That's wild. That is wild. I did not see that picture, though. If MMA Joey can do it, anyone can. You need more eye-catching professional thumbnails for the vids, in my opinion. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I that's something I haven't really figured out. I'm not necessarily. It's always weird to me to try to sell people with my thumbnails and stuff. It seems so disingenuous to me. I don't know. It feels so. I don't know. Do you think Connor's coming back? I hope not. Hamza versus RDR, fun fight. Kidding me? You think Alex won the first fight? No, I didn't say he won the first fight. He asked me who did I pick to win? Kuhn. Clearly, I didn't say Alex won it. I said I had Alex to win it. Connor's not coming back. Bro, I am jealous of your beard. And here I am trying to. What's next for Curtis Blades? Retirement home. Prime Kane, Prime Connor, Prime BJ Penn, Prime DC, Randy Couture for Prime Mount Rushmore. Okay, I don't think DC can be up there. He got slapped by the GOAT. And he only became light heavyweight champion because John got in trouble. No, absolutely not, Clan. It was on Instagram. You can search it. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, right here. I should be able to see it. I don't have an account. Come on. We're just not gonna load. There we go. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, that guy's a problem. Connor is trash. Sure is. Khalil retires soon after career-ending KO loss. I disagree. Because Connor sucks. Why do you think Alex wins second fight after the way he got beat the first fight? He didn't get dominated. You could see clearly what happened. He didn't let his hands go. He was focusing on the takedown defense, which he stuck 12 of them, by the way. There was only one big shot in the fight, and Clive threw more. I mean, even if you look at it, I think I looked at this a little bit ago, Alex. I think I looked at this on stream a couple nights ago. I don't remember. I think we looked at this, though. Okay, so total strikes 159 to 224 for Ankalaev. Pereira landed 97. Ankalaev landed 127. Pereira he was 0 for 1 for a takedown, which technically he got him down. So I don't know why it's 0 for 1. He did get him down. 5 minutes of control time for Ankalaev against the cage. And I think that's 30 more total strikes he landed. Leg kicks, Alex Pereira had 48 out of 55. Ankalaev had 28 out of 29. That's more for Pereira, clearly. Distance was 69 to 130. 75 to 159 for Ankalaev. Clinch 7 of 7, 19 of 21 for Ankalaev. I mean, significant strikes, Pereira landed at a more percentage. He only landed 11 significant strikes, 36 out of 112 for Ankalaev. Pereira only threw 57 significant strikes and landed only 11 of them. So if he throws more shots, if he's more active in that fight each round, he should win. It wasn't a domination. To me, it was a lack of output from Alex. And then you have Ankalaev landing more. Shit, let's see. So Pereira outlanded Magomed round 1. Pereira outlanded him round 3. And then Ankalaev outlanded him in 2, 4, and 5. I mean, it's craziness to me. Absolutely fucking craziness to me. Percentage-wise, Ankalaev landed more significant strikes percentage. 47, 61, and 66. 3 rounds out of 5. So I'm confused on why people think it will... This guy is such an arrogant prick. He rubs me the wrong way. MMA Joey, I remember when he was more humble. Really? You Russian? No. You got Islam versus JDM? Islam. His true colors came out. Really? What happened? Prime Connor's goated. Okay. He was roided the second fight. Okay. Do you think Charles Johnson is prospect killer? Yeah. I think Loner also made a mistake of consistently a couple times moving backwards. I also think he made a mistake by trying to grapple with Johnson because Johnson can do that all fucking day. If you're not a natural grappler, why are you grappling? That's going to make you more tired. That's reality. I thought Loner looked really, really good until he didn't. Connor is not serious. He only wants the attention. Yep, correct. Connor career fell down when he converted to Christianity. No. Prime Connor and Prime Volk are the only two valid picks for the featherweight GOAT. Maybe Ilya in the future. That's just not true. Just not true. Not Ilya because he didn't want to make the fight anymore. Fair? You think Ant can get KO'd? Yes. What? Didn't Johnny Walker knock him down? Or Thiago Santos knock him down? Thiago Santos is bad. Yeah, Santos knocked him down. Oh, yeah, I guess they didn't really knock him down. So Santos knocked him down. That's the only person to ever knocked down Ankalaev. Interesting. Be a threat to Hamza? Absolutely not. No, he wasn't. He fell out of a Mayweather fight because he spent like 3 years boxing and nothing else. Correct. I think it's more likely that Ankalaev will KO Pereira. I do not. Ank subs him the next fight early in the fight. Okay. He was still a man of God. All right. He won't get close to land significant strikes. Again, Ankalaev boxing stance won't let him get close, bro. Okay. Yes, Paul Craig is super Thatcher Chimaev at 205. That doesn't... No. Paul Craig is awful. GDM beats Islam. No. What? Cyril Gane will shock the world. Let's go, Cyril. When is your B-Day? My B-Day is September 27th. Yep. Cyril Gane versus Tom. Ank doesn't feel these punches, okay? Ilya Gaethje is crazy. They just announced it. Did they really? Oh, fuck. Let me see. Fuck. Let's see. It's not announced yet. Even if it's happening. Not yet. As soon as it's matched, I will put it up there. I don't know if they were pizza branch, but I like pepperoni pizza. Do you think Raj? Okay, not talking about that. What up, big? What up, buddy? What up, Bully? 1992, right? 93. Manny Marcano dropped Islam? No, he didn't. Do you smoke? Not ever in my life. Stop making up stuff. That fight it wasn't announced. Yeah, Ali and Ilya's manager announced it. Oh, okay. Well, when Marcel puts it up, you guys will get the fight announcement. Appreciate y'all, Nasty. Hope you're doing well, buddy. You haven't drank ever either? I mean, I've had a drink, but I do not drink ever again. They also announced Van Pantoja, co-main. God damn. It's not announced yet, but we'll see. We're not talking about that stuff. It just, come on. We're not talking about that. We're just not doing that. Then do you hate THC being legalized? Why would I hate that? Why? The fuck would I hate that? I believe it when either Arcel or Dana White announces it. Correct. It just tells me it's coming soon, probably. You a Hoosiers fan? No. Like and subscribe. Yep, absolutely slap that like button, subscribe. I believe they can sell any fight against Topuria. Why no one question is bizarre that Oliveira fight was too easy. Well, it's because that's how Charles chose to fight it. If he grappled, it's more fun. Maybe it lasts longer. Ilya, Islam, who do I have? Islam. Well, if I had to vote, who would you vote for it to be legalized? I'm not doing that. El Nasty, I still appreciate you. I'm waiting for him to announce it. I'm not scared about anything. Maybe my kid's getting hurt or something like that. But I'm not scared to talk about it. I don't care to talk about that stuff. This is a channel and this is a community to get away from harder stuff in life. This is not the place to do that. Every fight, Big Ank is everyone is in. Everyone is 100% certain Ank is sleeping, but the opposite happens. That's not true. That's not true. To get away from all that stuff, yeah. You wouldn't even talk about THC being legalized. How is that political? Because I don't care. We're not talking about voting stuff. We're not talking about stuff like that. Checking my sources, I had a lot of friends send it to me. Okay. I just don't want you to think I'm like being rude or disrespectful. I'm not trying to be at all. I'm just waiting for it to be 100% announced before I put something out because I've gotten burned on that before. Yeah, it's not a troll channel at all. I'm probably going to piece Islam up on the feet. If Islam can't get the takedown, sure. But also, Islam has good striking. I can't wait to see McGregor versus Chandler fight. I couldn't even care less. I'll watch it. I'll be live for it. But that's a winnable fight for Conor. Ilya Gaethje is like Hamza DDP. Shit, it's worse. Big Ank, toughest guy in the UFC, should be spokesman for the company. What? How am I supposed to talk about MMA for hours? Because there's, 3,000 fighters and 3,000 potential matchups? What are you talking about? Yeah, Norse, ridiculous. They should do an event in the Coliseum. Okay. MMA Weekly reported that Darren Till versus Nate Diaz almost happened in boxing. Size difference would play a huge factor in that fight if it happened. Yeah, even, again, I love Nate. I love the Diaz brothers. 100%, they're awesome. They are legends, 100%. Even if they're not GOATs, they are legends. I think Darren Till is so big. I don't know if Nate can eat those shots. I don't know. Dylan Dennis never made it to UFC yet because he's not a good fighter. He's a good grappler, but if Bronx didn't get knocked out by Topuria, I believe he would have found a late TKO. I mean, if he grappled with him, maybe he could have won, but there was no version of Charles that wins that fight. Can't wait to see John Jones versus Francis. They will never fight. You realize Mighty Mouse is super overrated? Excuse me? All you have to do is look at any old internet post and general internet opinion of him when he was actually competing. What? Because people didn't like him? That doesn't mean he's overrated. That means he's underrated. Ilya would do Justin how he did Emmett, but Justin would but go to sleep. Yeah. Imagine if Kano was training wrestling the whole time since the Khabib fight. That'd be wild. Volk Yair's about to get announced too. God damn it. Go to the other channel to discuss politics. You day anything political again, you get timed out. Appreciate you, Lolita. Pitbull about to knock Keta the fuck out. I don't think so. But also, I don't know how Kieta is going to look in the UFC. I don't know. You watch the Raja video? El Nasty? Of course I watched it. It's fucking awful. And then them trying to cover it all up is disgusting. Craig Jones keeps saying JDM will have answers for Islam's grappling. Craig Jones is awesome. JDM will not have answers. Will he have success at points? Sure. Why do you think Nate never won a title? Because of his style. I just don't think he could put it together consistently to win. That's why. How do you see a prime Ferguson, prime Conor going? Ferguson absolutely destroying Conor. No, back then people had the reasons as to why he sucked, but I just list all of them out. All the most liked comments and posts would say the same thing. There's nothing to dislike about DJ. Get out of here with your troll. I will not make a pick for JDM Islam. I will, Islam. I believe Jones asked when it happens if he beats Gane. I agree. Their opinions switch 360 like always in the MMA community. Big Ang learned English? No, he won't. No, he won't. Pitbull is about to lose. That Keta guy is a beast. I watch a lot of his fights. Again, the only thing I'm worried about is guys coming over to the UFC, making debuts. They doesn't work out very well, but I like him to beat Pitbull. Again, on my community post a while ago, I think a year ago, I put him up on my post and said, this guy should come to the UFC. Here he is. Play right into Pitbull's style. Okay. Man, Chael lost all my respect after defending. Yeah, I agree. Nate reminds me of Kangaroo. JDM is a bad matchup. Can't wait to watch Craig Jones versus Mikey Musumeci. Musumeci, right? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. They didn't try to cover it up. This is usual corporate practice in order to not land in a lawsuit with certain statements. I hate it. Pitbull is dangerous, man. You see the approach Yair and Ige took. Well, Yair dominated that fight, and Ige just ran into a right straight and then couldn't get his bearings back together for any of the fights. Shocked watching an outcome in MMA fight where you never expected the other guy to win and then changed how you broke down the future fights. That's actually a good question. Honestly, Drake has had me changing the way I was, if I was picking him or not. Because, like, Izzy, I thought Izzy had a good style to beat Dreykus. And then I was watching fights and, tape and stuff like that back, making my decision who I thought was going to win. And I picked Dreykus by sub just because how chaotic he is. And Izzy has trouble with guys that are able to bring the pressure on him unless it's Pereira. God, that's such a tough one. I don't think there's an 100% a pinpoint that right there changed it. I don't know. I had to change a little bit how I thought with Dreykus, his style and stuff, but that's probably it. I honestly think that Prime Connor was in featherweight and Prime Connor Ferguson having in heavyweight Connor wins. Okay. I'm not trolling. He fought nobodies. The most dominant ever champion and belt, never even moved up. He wanted to move up. He wanted to fight TJ. They just couldn't get the money together for him. Nobodies. This Paris card is pretty good. I want to see Ante, the PFL heavyweight. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how that plays out. Chill been talking shit for years now. Yep. Ilya Canelo, that doesn't make sense. And he was super boring. Barely any strikes. Now, dude. Well, I'm not new. I've watched his entire career. Now that Islam is moving up to welterweight, what is your take on potential fight between him and Shavkat? I think Shavkat's a very hard fight for Islam. That's his hardest fight in that division. I believe Ankalaev would beat heavyweight Jones. I do not. I think John Jones would smash Ankalaev. Connor dug the shit out of Ferguson. Absolutely, yes, he did. Was Connor. Coward Connor is wait for the guy's downfall to trash him. Yep. Pitbull by guillotine or devastating KO. Yo, heard it. You heard it first. Okay. Yeah, Dreykus can make you feel that way. Yeah. What do you think of Pereira and Clive 2? I think Pereira wins, but it's going to be a good fight. Bro, you're such a casual. Goodbye. I don't know how that's a casual take, but okay. Literally doesn't make any sense. The next UFC superstar, I have no idea. It's way too early to see if he is. No, I think Roger should be away for a while. Mason, what's up, buddy? Ilya said he'd like to box Canelo. That's craziness. Topuria, Patty, that's a fun fight. Armin Holloway, ooh, I'm very worried for Holloway in that fight. Jake Paul versus Tank, it's not a boxing fight. Jake Paul is much longer, much taller than Tank. Tank's a better technical boxer. But I also think Tank, if he could hit Jake, he has better power. Guru went off on the Raja incident. Good. JDM versus Prime Woodley. Well, I mean, Prime Woodley probably sleeps JDM. Let's be real. Okay. You can go away. See you later. Gaslow Chin is the best. Yup. Yep. 100% correct. Time out nor he want to talk politics. Yeah, I got him. Just might sleep Prates as well. That's possible. As long as he didn't freeze like against Rory and some other fighters. 100%. Style Better almost had Kelvin out. Yes, he did. Kelvin hurt him too, though. The MMA community picks and chooses who they want. Crucify, they claim Jones ducked Tom, but never mentioned Conor being a professional duck by avoiding both Ferguson and Gaethje. Yeah. Also, Jones didn't duck Tom. Tom didn't have the right to fight John. Sorry. UFC 294 was my first event. Wow. Whew. Kelvin Israel was an insane fight. Yes, it was. And again, before when that fight happened, I knew Kelvin was going to give Izzy a hard time. Because back then, Kelvin had really, really good in and out movement with his striking. Are you excited for Zion Kai fight? Me too, Slump. Yeah. I am excited for that. I like Kai a lot. Kai Fernandez, I like him. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping that like button. Helps the channel. Thought Gaslam could have won. Yep. I mean, obviously, Izzy clearly won that 5th round. That was the deciding factor. But he hurt him. If he doesn't go in for the takedown, he could have gotten him out of there. JDM best scrambler? No. I would say Gamrot's a good scrambler. Armin's a good scrambler. Islam's a good scrambler. John Jones, I don't even know what you said. I don't really care what his personal thing is, but okay. Go watch Armin Gamrot fight. Insane scrambles. 100% correct. JDM best boxer? No. Holloway's better boxer than JDM. But JDM's still good. Just if we're doing bests, it's that. I agree, Mason. Because if you remember when Tony beat Kevin Lee to become interim champ, Conor, being undisputed champ, didn't want to unify the belt with Ferguson. Of course not. Of course not. JDM does have hands like Ilya. No, he does not. Ilya has way more power than JDM. Way more. JDM doesn't have that much power. Good boxer, but doesn't have that much power. Vazeev Ilya, that'd be a crazy fight. Do you think heavyweight division doesn't really have much offer right now? 100%, Diego. It's a shit division. Shit division. Why are we speaking? I don't know what you're saying. Nice about that guy. Fazeev gets slept as fuck. Yeah. Indiana in the motherfucking house. Yep. But at the time, nobody called Conor a duck, and they made excuses. But when it comes to Jones, they don't have any. Yeah, 100% correct. Dude, Captain Price, I do not care. John Jones needs to come back and show Tom. Correct. He's sitting on John Jones, calling him gay is also. That's what I'm saying. I Jesus. Jesus. You still think John would beat him? Of course I do. If Ankalaev moves up to heavyweight, do you think division would be more? No. I think Ankalaev would have a hard time. Topuria smoking Gaethje? Correct, Patrick. Correct. Appreciate you. Slap that like button. Super chats are always welcome. If Aziz sleep Oliveira, will he be top 3? No. Top 3, no. Magomed versus Prime Jones at 205. Prime John would absolutely destroy Ankalaev. talking about Connor would have been easy destroyed Tony, but if the case is if is was so easy, why didn't he do? Yeah, why didn't he do the fight? Yeah, and again, Tony gets hit, but even back then, he gets hit. But Tony was a motherfucker. Emka, hi dude, what's up? Why not? He will be top 3. No, no. Why would it be top 3 just because you beat somebody? You have to have longevity. You have to beat more than one guy to be top 3. Khabib says Topuria has no chance to beat Arman. Well, he'll find out. The fact that people need to make jokes about Jones being shows how good he is because they can't talk crap about his fights. Correct. I think Volk at 55 might be Ilya if he grapples. No, I think if Volk just sticks and moves, he could win. Jemai made Duplessis look like a can. Yeah. Arman gets knocked out. Yep. Jones is gay. Have you all seen the video of him drunk at a comedy show? I don't really care. I don't care. It means nothing to me. Nothing. Do you think Topuria is avoiding Arman? No. Arman had his shot and he pulled out. And you see the difference in approach, and Strickland gets his ass beat and Chimaev just takes him down. Yep. Oh, I seen it. Do you only watch combat sports and American rugby? Is there any other sport you watch? I don't watch American rugby. I watch football. Fights, football, and baseball I watch. He took no damage, correct? What's your opinion on Makhachev Topuria? Will we get this fight? I think we'll get this fight, and I think Islam wins. Arman ducked Islam for sure. Yeah. Well, he wanted to fight him, and then he pulled out. So, yeah. Of course Khabib's going to say that. Correct. Ferguson would have made Conor bleed in that fight with those elbows from hell. Correct. One of the best Tony Ferguson fights to me is that Edson Barboza fight. Dude, he puts in a Darce while Edson is bleeding. You know how crazy that is? It is probably Gaethje, but it should be Arman probably. Pico should fight Dan Ige or Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar, you got to get the fuck out of here, Calvin Kattar. Get out of here. I think Pico, Mavzar, Pico, Ige, Pico, Pitbull. I mean, anybody. He was looking good against Lerone. Lerone versus Sterling, winner gets Volk. I don't think they're going to make Lerone do that. I think they're going to give that title shot to Lerone. But Sterling would be fun. We'd actually see some grappling from Sterling. Petty versus Arman and winner gets title shot. Isn't this correct? Yes. RDR would dominate Fluffy like he dominated Roman. No. RDR's cardio won't be able to go 5 rounds with a guy like Fluffy. Early, it's going to be tough, but sumo wrestler versus some low-ranked dude in flyweight for entertainment value. Okay. My favorite Tony fight was the Pettis fight. Ooh, when he came back for his knee injury. And okay. Shama. Holloway, Ilya. Who do I have? Holloway. Sterling hurt his elbow on Brian's face. Yes, he did. You could tell Murphy didn't like those body shots from Pico. He didn't like the body shots, and he was getting taken down, and he got dropped early. Yes, he found the shot. Pico still looked good. Sorry. Alex knocking Magomed out? Yep. Imagine how Brian's face felt? Correct. Well, it's almost 1 a.m. here for me. I really appreciate you guys. Okay. But I do appreciate you. Lerone beats cool. What fight would you have loved to see personally? I'm so curious about who would have won between Khabib and Ferguson. I agree, Diego. I agree. Yeah, Tony Khabib would have been incredible. TJ fucking Mighty Mouse would have been incredible. Obviously, John Tom, I still want to see 100%. Rumble, John, I would have loved to see as well. Dan Henderson versus John, I wanted to see. I know John wins both of those, but it's just something I really wanted to see. God, Carlos Condit, Cowboy, I always wanted to see that. I fucking love Carlos Condit. And Cowboy's my favorite fighter of all time. Can Pereira win? Yes, River Rat. Yes, 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 yes. Gene versus Mobzar. Interesting. We know nothing about his grappling. Cerrone should have never blew his nose versus Tony. Cerrone had a few moments in that fight. Correct. People don't talk about it. There was a lot of counters there when Tony was turning his back. God, and Cowboy took that fight on short notice too. Craziness. Despite Holloway losing to Topuria, I still believe he's a hard fight for Topuria. Correct. I would have loved to see Conor Ferguson. That's a good one too. But I do appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Like it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Game over for Lopez. Appreciate you, Patrick. Taryn, thank you for being here. Super Clan, appreciate you. Raz against. Taj, thank you. River Rat, thank you. Mason, thank you. Diego, thank you. Slump, Mig, Super Clan. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. Peace. Would have lost regardless to Ferguson without blowing his nose. Hurts my soul. Hurts my soul. Appreciate you. Peace. John, appreciate you, buddy.